In this video, we're going over the new best settings to use here in Black Ops 6 Season 3 Reloaded. These are going to be perfect if you're trying to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill before Season 4 goes live. So if that sounds good, feel free, drop a like in the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and let's get into it. As you can see, I use an Xbox Elite controller on PC with one paddle on the back, the short paddle set up for jumping. But these settings are going to work no matter what controller you are playing with, and also no matter what console you are playing on. Now, for the button layout, even though I play with a controller with paddles on the back, tactical is going to be the absolute best, remapping your crouch as well as prone button, so you can press down on the right thumbstick to perform a drop shot, which is going to allow you to still be aimed down sight, so you're going to be a lot more deadly at those close and medium ranges. And with the Omni movement, that's going to help you out tremendously here in Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone. I highly recommend going ahead and playing on tactical no matter what controller you are playing with. Now, everything else is going to be the same, but as you can see, the horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity is set to 1.6, which is going to be roughly a 6/7 sensitivity. This is going to be absolutely perfect if you're trying to improve your aim, accuracy, and gun skill at those longer ranges, and also have enough play to turn on other players if you are a run and gun aggressive type of player. You can still do a full 180 and destroy somebody that is behind you with this sensitivity setting, and you're also going to be accurate at those longer ranges, which is going to be super important when trying to win gunfights, because I feel like a lot of people struggle at those medium as well as longer range gunfights here in Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone, and these settings are going to be absolutely perfect to allow you to be as accurate as possible, but still have enough movement to outgun players at closer ranges. And by the way, if you need help leveling up your weapons, Damn Mods has you covered. They offer services such as max leveling all of your weapons, as well as unlocking camo challenges all the way up to Dark Matter. They even have COD points and limited time operator bundles for purchase on the website as well. So for cheap, reliable, and fast Black Ops 6 services on all platforms, check out Damn Mods. Link is at the top of the description. And make sure to use my discount code EARS to save on your purchases. Everything else here is going to be the same. My controller vibration is going to be turned off. The reason I go ahead and turn off vibration is so there is as little stick play and as little controller play when I am gaming on Black Ops 6 or as well as Warzone. This is going to be a personal preference setting, especially if you are trying to drastically improve your aim and accuracy at longer ranges. You definitely don't want your controller moving, potentially throwing you off. But if you do like the vibration enabled, you like that real world effect, feel free to go ahead and turn it back on. Now for the dead zone settings, I've actually went ahead and made some changes here under my dead zones. This actually did go ahead and help me with a lot of the stick drift that I was experiencing with my controller. So if you have wicked stick drift, definitely go ahead and make these adjustments. Now, under the aiming tab, you can see sensitivity multiplier. The only changes I have made is I've adjusted my ADS sensitivity multiplier from 1 to 0.7. This is going to allow you to have less stick play in your right thumbstick, so you can be a lot more accurate at those longer ranges. And this is going to be a massive W if you are struggling with those close, medium, as well as long range gunfights, because there's going to be less of a chance for you to drift off the target and miss shots. I also have my focusing set to 0.7 as well. Now for the advanced aiming settings, as you can see here, I do have some things adjusted as well. What you want to do is your ADS sensitivity transition timing, you absolutely must have this set to instant, so there is 0 delay, so you can snap on the players and immediately start taking them out. If you do not set this to instant, there is going to be a delay, which is going to be throwing off your aim, accuracy, and gun skill at all ranges, and you do not want that to happen. Absolutely. Now, for the aim response curve type, I have mine set to standard. Standard is going to be what I recommend here in Black Ops 6, because it's going to be the easiest to get used to, and on top of that, it is going to complement that 1.6 sensitivity, especially if you are struggling with those medium as well as longer range gunfights. Now in Modern Warfare 3, I used to play on linear, but here in Black Ops 6, because they have made changes to the aim assist and how you can engage gunfights, standard is going to be that streamlined setting that is going to simply work. If you have already played on linear and you enjoy it, feel free to stay on linear. Same thing with dynamic, but standard is going to be that universal setting that's going to work no matter if they do some type of update, which they've done in the past, to adjust the aim assist here in Call of Duty. So that's exactly why I recommend staying on standard as a safety precaution. Everything else here is going to be the same. Now target aim assist, obviously because we are playing with the controller, is going to be turned on. Motion sensor behavior is going to be shut off, and I do not have any motion sensor advanced settings enabled. Under the movement tab, I do recommend playing with the tactical sprint assist turned on. It's going to allow you not only to get around the map a lot faster, but it's also one less button you have to press, and that's going to be good enough for me. It's also going to be preserving your controller's health, so you might as well go ahead and do so. Now, mantle assist, crouch assist, corner slice, as well as slide dive behavior, I've actually made adjustments. I turn all these off so I'm not accidentally doing a maneuver that I do not want to mid gunfight, and that's exactly why I play on hybrid, so I can control it, so I'm not accidentally dolphin diving or sliding and getting myself killed at close range, because it can happen if you are playing on a map that has a lot of small cover to mantle over. Mid gunfight, you might mantle it and you're as good as dead here in Black Ops 6, as well as Warzone if you are playing in an area that has a lot of small cover. That's exactly why I go ahead and play on hybrid. I have all this shut off, so I'm not accidentally doing something that I do not want to do. Everything else here is going to be the same. I've not made any other adjustments under the movement category. And for combat, the only thing that I actually have changed under this section is I do have on my C4 detonation set to 1x1. And you can also see here that the advanced overlay settings, I've not made any other adjustments here as well. Now, under the graphics settings, I have motion reduction preset turned off, arachnophobia mode turned off, but you can see that my field of view is set to 120. I always recommend playing within that 100 to 120 FOV window. Not only is it going to give you a bigger picture, but when you couple this with the affected ADS field of view, do not run independent, it is going to mirror whatever iron sight or optic you are running. So you're going to have less visual recoil, which is going to make weapons a lot easier to control, way easier to control at those medium as well as longer ranges. And that's where I feel like a lot of people are falling short. This is a setting that you're going to change and see an immediate improvement in your gameplay. And that's what I feel like a lot of people enjoy. It's something you don't have to actually go ahead and practice over and over. It's just a setting you can just switch, or settings you can switch, and you can see an immediate improvement to your gameplay. Now, everything else here is going to be the same, except that I highly recommend turning off your world as well as weapon motion blur, just so there isn't haziness on your screen, especially if you have trouble seeing people in dark corners. This is something you want to disable, because if you don't have this turned off, it's going to be near impossible to see people camping in corners, which unfortunately does happen a lot here in Black Ops 6 as well as Warzone. And I do recommend going ahead and removing your first person camera movement from the default 100 to least 50%. So an explosion does go off, whether you're playing multiplayer or Warzone, it's not going to be shaking your screen as much. You can stay on target and be a lot more accurate. Overall, a great setting to go ahead and adjust. And you can also invert your flashbang as well if you are getting hit with flashbangs a lot and you find them annoying. These are going to be the best graphic settings to run here in Black Ops 6. Definitely go ahead and check these out. Now, for the audio settings, they don't call me ears for nothing. I highly recommend playing with master gain volume set to 100 so you can hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier. This is going to be super important, especially if you're trying to drastically improve your gameplay. If you bought a headset within the last 7 years, I have Astro A40 TRs. This is going to be the setting to make sure you have cranked up. Now, your gameplay music volume, I have this set to 30. You could probably tell this video, the music is not crazy loud. It sounds good, but it can be overbearing. Now, what you also want to do under the audio settings is you want to go to voice chat, and for the love of God, for your microphone mode, if you don't have somebody you're talking to in game, set it to push to talk so you're not going ahead and annoying the entire lobby. Definitely worth something to think about, because it can get quite annoying. Now, what you also want to go ahead and do under your audio settings is for your audio mix, make sure you guys have it set to headphones bass boost. Again, even if you have a headset you've bought like 7 years ago, like I do, this is gonna be a great setting to run because you can be able to hear footsteps and gunfire even easier. So you can pinpoint where people are at without the use of a UAV. And that's gonna be incredibly important when trying to drop higher kill gameplays, higher kill death ratio gameplays, secure your highest streak, and potentially get a nuke. And finally, for the interface settings, the only setting we're gonna adjust is switch the mini-map shape from round to square so you get a bigger picture. It's gonna make everything easier to read as well. Everything else we're not gonna adjust because there simply is no need for it. These are gonna be the absolute best settings to run here in Black Ops 6 Season 3 Reloaded right before the Season 4 update goes live. Make sure you guys adjust your sensitivity accordingly so you can be as accurate as possible at those medium as well as longer ranges. If you do check these settings out and start tearing it up, feel free to come back to this video and let me know down in the comment section. If you guys enjoyed, feel free, drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. Catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.